Jackie Lee Price for Shadowboxruk UK. Just a quick one here with George Fox. How you doing? You all right?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here. Piece of history, roll on Saturday night.
So for those that don't know, in the background, we're here at the Usyk Dubois final presser. I wonder for you as well, being part of this whole thing, what's it been like for you just to kind of watch, knowing that history could be made on Saturday night? What's it been like for you just to be part of that whole thing, that whole scene?
Probably going to get an underwhelming answer because only last couple of days it started to feel like, you get a bit of the anxiety, the excitement, everything comes in a bit. But other than that, I know I haven't been maybe part of Undisputed, but I've been exposed to this my whole life.
Yeah,
it's all true. I know. So growing up, from going to Munich to watch Derek fight Vladimir Klitschko, and it's all I've known. So it's not really, it's just another day in the office. All this stuff is great, cameras, lights, audience, but it doesn't change. The ring's the same size, can differ here and there, but you get the gist.
Yeah. And
that's the focus. The focus is on the fight night, is on the fighters, on the teams, how they're prepared, and what they can bring to the table or bring into action on the night itself.
So let's talk about your dad. He is obviously he's been around a long time.
Yeah.
And when we spoke, he said that he's been in training for this for a long time.
Sure.
Have you seen a change in himself? Because listen, it's not just about, there's a team that does X, Y and Z around you in camp, but on fight night, it's him and Daniel effectively, isn't it? It's their game plan. Have you kind of seen a change in him? Have you?
Yeah, for sure. There's an intensity, a relentlessness, a ruthlessness that comes when you're at this level. It's hyper focus, obsession. Yes. Like my dad waking up, doesn't sleep, wakes up thinking of new things. And we have a great relationship, my father and I, my only child. I know my boxing. But I don't want to say too much on camera, it sounds too egocentric, but I know my boxing, I know what makes Usyk tick, I know his rhythms. There's some great students of the sport who I don't have to name all of them, but your Malik Scotts of the world, Barry Robinsons of the world. And Usyk's game is the whole thing. It sounds crazy, it's actually quite simple, and it revolves around one thing, and it's about us nullifying that strength, trying to upset his rhythm. And if Daniel's able to do that, my dad's been trying to drill that to a T, and if they're able to do that, they'll have success on fight night.
That's what they've said. If you allow Usyk to get into his rhythm, then it's quite difficult to kind of win. Let's talk about how, I know you can't give too much of a game plan away, but effectively, does Daniel have to do a little bit like Chisora, get in there and get hold of him rather than trying to box him? Because we've seen this in the past where people go out and they try to box him, my camera's running, try to box him, and then they come unstuck. Yeah,
for sure. I think regarding, Daniel's used the word chaos quite a lot in this camp, and
it's kind of quite scary when he says it at all.
And I respect, like, Chisora's my guy. That's someone I've known for a long time, but Daniel is a whole different animal when it comes to punch power. Trust me, this guy is nothing short of, you can either call it God-given if you're that side, or you can call it demonic if you're the other side. It's scary.
Yeah,
he's got scary power.
But he's always been like that, hasn't he, to be fair?
So if you can couple up that power with the intensity or the intentionality behind the actions, it's a scary combination. And for Daniel, it's about, without giving the game plan away too much, it's one of those ones. I can even give it away simply because the fact everyone knows what he needs to do. You can't box Usyk's rhythm.
Will know,
You can't box Usyk's rhythm.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't let his constant lead foot feints, lead hand feints offset you, force you back. Because when you actually look at the fights v Fury, v AJ, Usyk spends the majority of the time on the front foot, or at least neutral.
But he tires them out mentally.
Exactly. So the point is, Daniel has to be relentless in his approach. It's a gamble because you can fatigue, but go for it. Roll the dice. Go there to take this guy's head off, and that's what he has to do. There's no airs and graces about it. I can try and make it sound, beautiful or fancy. He has to go there and try and execute the guy, and that's what the plan is.
So I'm going to ask you two questions. Today there was a lot made of Usyk's team seemed to feel like he hasn't changed, that he hasn't developed. There's not a lot he can do in 2 years. Do you think they're underestimating him?
100%. I think I was saying to some guys previously that if you're going to follow the notion that you can't improve in life, we may as well just all quit now, right? Any whether it's been a father, whether it's been a businessman, whether it's been whatever it may be, we may as well just give up, right? So the notion you can't change, you can't improve is nonsense. You've got current millionaires who failed businesses over and over and over again until they succeeded. You've got people that were in prison that offended and have reformed their life and now are great people and are advocates for anti-crime, anti-violence, whatever it may be. So in life you can change. You can always change. And Daniel, as a 21-year-old man, when he fought Joe Joyce, he's got all this stigma attached to him. It's in the past. And as a man, you have two choices. You either succumb and be engulfed by this rhetoric or this narrative,
100%.
or you face it. And I don't, as a man or a woman, by the way, but you know what I mean. I'm just talking about Daniel.
No, I hear you.
Or you can stare it in his eyes and be accountable and do something about it. And he's chosen to do that. And when you look at the Usyk fight since then, he's come on strength to strength to strength. And I can't talk about him more highly. So this whole thing of saying that you can't change, Usyk himself is a product of evolution. He's a product of being better than you were yesterday. So we can all change. So that was just nonsense.
So let me ask you this. In the last presser, the launch presser, your dad questioned his faith.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get into whether it is or isn't true or whatever,
sure,
blah, blah. I just wonder, and I'm asking you this, do you think that maybe your dad handed Usyk the keys to... Because he is getting older and he might have thought, oh my God, it's quite hard to get into training. Then all of a sudden, someone's questioned his faith. Do you think your dad handed him the keys to kind of get that extra impetus for this fight?
I think as humans, we have this habit of trying to over-emphasize our own importance. And Usyk is a man, a champion in his own right. Sure, things can be said to trigger people in life. We're all human beings. We're all reactive to a degree. We're all emotional to a degree. But someone like Usyk has done camp after camp after camp. He's heard and seen everything. I doubt that it would take something from my dad to a guy who's meticulously worked and trained will continue to meticulously work and train.
That's a good way of thinking of it.
I don't get too, like, I'm not on this level, but if someone said something about me, I couldn't give a shit. Like,
if someone questioned my faith, that'd be flat for the air.
I couldn't care.
No, but to be fair, you're right.
The minute you empower someone,
it's true. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'll just dismiss it. I mean, after what happened with me and Usyk last time, I've had, when I say the abuse,
jokes with him.
No, not jokes. I'm saying online. I've had all kinds of abuse. All kinds of abuse from racial abuse to this abuse, but I don't care because I could never empower someone to care. No, me and Usyk's whatever. Yeah. But I'm saying people at home.
Oh, okay, I understand.
I don't really care about people's opinions. The minute I let something rattle me or whatever else, it's like, so I'll never stoop to that level. So coming back to what you're saying, I don't think things jeer people up, but Usyk is a man in his own right. He's a very professional guy, and I'm sure he would have trained the way that he trained. It served him this far, right? So
no, good answer. Good answer. And you're absolutely right. You empower other people. Yeah. I will say though,
but he doesn't like us though. I'll tell you that for free. Usyk doesn't like my dad. He doesn't like me. You know, most people, they ask about him. They ask. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, not at all.
You get those shorts on Instagram, and it's like, they say Anthony Joshua goes, friends. They say, Tyson Fury, friend.
Not anymore, he's not.
No, but he says friend. But he says,
he's
friend.
Not anymore.
No, but you know what I mean. He responds, and then he says, Don Charles, and his words were head. That was his words. So sorry to swear on camera, but the point being, and even me, like, we look at each other a lot. You don't like me. Even this whole camp, there's definitely there's a feeling. And I think, you know what, to be honest with you, I think it's the first people that stood up to him. He's used to the Usyk show. He's a charismatic, funny. Everyone loves Usyk, right? He has the right amount of humility, the right amount of jokes, because of the fact that he doesn't speak English too well. It's a bit quirky. People see him as a bit quirky. He's got funny dance moves. So he has this huge momentum and this huge fan base. And he deserves it. But we're not here to just join the circus and play on to his. We're here to win.
You can't.
This is a competition, so we will do what's necessary. Be that my dad's words, my words. But at the end of the day, Daniel has to do something about it, and we believe that he's going to.
After the fight, though, can you guys get together and just shake hands?
Of course, I've got no beef with any human being on this planet unless they've severely wronged me. I'm a very forgiving person. I'm also not a bitter person. I don't actually have any, other than being in competition with him, I've got no ill feeling towards Usyk.
It's not worth it, is it?
For what? What happened? And if anything, the craziest part was, if people watch, I asked him a question, I told him my opinion, and then he offered me out for a fight, not the other way around. So there's no
To be fair,
no drama this
I
side,
do think that sometimes I will agree with you that sometimes when people are on a pedestal, and he is, and he's very incredibly famous, people think that we shouldn't have an opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We're allowed to have an opinion. Whether you agree with it or not is a different thing.
Sure, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it just got a little bit, everyone was getting a little bit emotional, but I get it. I totally get it. Listen, I wish the team all the best.
Thank you.
On Saturday night. I'm so excited. You don't even see it. Like, you're in the mix.
I'm chilling, man.
Oh,
Always
man,
chilling.
I
Don't
am
worry.
excited.
I'll be excited after the victory. That's it.
Thank you so much for giving me your time. Thank you.
So much.